what you talking about, Jesus? Because Peter and John, if you read John, you can tell Peter and John had a little something. I can see Peter like, John may fall away. James may fall away. We know Judas going to fall away. But me? Sorry, not going to happen. It's like Peter felt he was more all-knowing than Jesus. Jesus tells him, I'm telling you right now, not only are you going to fall away, you're going to deny me 3 times. Not once, not twice, 3 times. And then Peter is just more confident. He doubles down. Even if I must die, I will not deny you. Peter refuses to acknowledge his weakness. That's why it's so important, as we talked about this morning, to be introspecting. It's important to understand where we fall short. It's important to understand the temptation. It's understand to know that what pulls me away may not pull you away, but I know what I need to pray for myself. And you may sit back and that's why I've said it multiple times. I don't like it when people say, I could never do what sister so-and-so did. I could never do what brother so-and-so did. Because you don't know what the fight they are battling. And the fight they are battling, thank God it don't bother you. But you have your own situation. You have your own skeleton in the closet. You have your own shortcoming. And you don't want nobody going around the property of the church saying, I wish I could not do that what Rev Wilcox did. He messed up quite big, and I could never do that. Peter was willing to let every single one of his co-disciples fall short, but he was going to be adamant he was not. I'll be honest, in a way it's comical if it wasn't so tragic. Because nobody wants to wait and see Peter fail. The rock. The one that you could tell that Jesus had a special relationship with. He may not have been John the Beloved, but you could tell out of all 12, there was one being set up. There was one being matured. There was one being mentored. There was one being tutored to not just go out and minister and preach, but to pick up the ball and run with it when Jesus ascended. But Peter, in his self-confidence, he didn't realize that his self-confidence was completely unfounded. He forgot standing with Jesus as Jesus was arrested, that he would fail him. Peter fails Jesus in the far easier test of staying awake than he ever denied him. It's one thing to fall back when the pressure is on. The Roman centurions were out to kill Jesus. The religious elect was out to kill Jesus. So I can understand logically, maybe not through faith, but logically, why Peter was like, yeah, I don't know that guy. Logically. But he failed Jesus the moment he said, sit and pray with me. Would it not have been, actually, let me rephrase that. This morning we talked about how Jonah was upset because he knew how good God was. He knew how kind God was. But he didn't want God's goodness and kindness to reign over Nineveh. He wanted to rain down. And the book goes back to says that God is someone who will pull back his threats to you if you repent. So what if, when Jesus said, you're going to deny me 3 times, but Peter took it seriously. And when it was time to pray, he said, his prayer to God was simply, listen, I trust the Master. I've seen him call things to life that was dead. I've seen him heal the blind. I've seen him heal the deaf. I've seen him do some things that no one else can do but the Son of God. So if he told me I'm going to deny him, I need to pray for myself. So I don't fall into whatever Jesus spoke out there. There may have been a point of deliverance for Peter. which is why Jesus